world of amazing animal records.
What are all those for?
They're the trophies for all the amazing animal record holders. You know, biggest, fastest, tallest, that sort of thing.
I want one of those. But what record can I break?
How about quietest lizard?
Nice try. I was pretty good at jumping at school. Let's try that.
Henry? Henry!
Did I break the record?
Nope, but it's about the only thing you didn't break.
Funny. Very funny.
Never mind, Henry. I'm sure there must be some amazing record you can break.
Yeah!
The trouble is, animals don't actually break records.
Sure they do.
No, what I mean is they don't do it on purpose.
But everyone wants to be the best.
No, they just want to survive. You see, the moose is the biggest deer, so he can fend off predators. Now, seahorses are the slowest fish, so they have one of the world's best gripping tails, so they can hold on against the tide. Saltwater crocodiles are the biggest reptiles, so they can be first in the food line.
Well, then he is a record breaker.
Yes, but he doesn't know that. Just like this fierce snake doesn't know that it's probably the most venomous snake.
Okay, so what's this? The ugliest snake?
No, that's a worm lizard, an amphisbaenian.
Oh, right, the world's record toughest thing to say. Hummingbird! Pointiest beak?
No, fastest wing beat. Hummingbirds can flap their wings over 90 times a second.
Excuse me, but that's amazing. He must be the nut-eating record holder.
No, record glider.
Huh? Gliding squirrels?
Actually, they're called flying squirrels. Gliding saves them the trouble of climbing. They can glide for over 1,000 feet. But when the trees are only a few feet apart, they don't even need to try setting records.
Where's the fun in that? You'd never get your pictures in the newspaper. And they're under starters orders, and... Hey! Where'd they go?
That way, and very quickly, Henry.
Rats, I gotta get into training.
I don't think even that would help against those guys. Hares can run at up to 50 miles per hour.
Excuse me. That's amazing. I bet it's never late for anything.
That's not why these guys run fast.
Yeah? So why do they then?
Well, most of them rely on speed to get away from predators.
A duck? I thought this was about fast animals.
It is. Believe it or not, ducks are the fastest flyers. They can fly even faster than a cheetah can run.
Well, if they're the fastest, then there's no way this guy can catch them.
Not in straight flight, no. But the peregrine falcon has a trick that can help it reach speeds up to 124 miles an hour and make it the fastest animal on Earth.
Wow!
It climbs high and then dives, picking up more and more speed all the time.
Scramble! Scramble! Bandits at 1 o'clock! He's coming out of the sun! Mayday, duck leader! I can't pull up! I can't pull up! Look out!
And the world's record for overacting goes to...
Sorry. Hey, these guys aren't fast.
No, but leafcutter ants are awesomely strong. Those leaves weigh more than 20 times more than they do.
Whoa!
These Hercules beetles are even stronger. When they aren't fighting over food, they can lift up to 850 times their own body weight. That's a lot of dead weight to carry.
Hey, I know all about carrying dead weight.
You do?
I work with you, don't I?
Oh, I walked right into that one.
Ha ha! Sucker!
Henry, it's time for your report. Henry, it's time for your special report.
What? Now?
Yes, Henry, now.
Oh.
You are ready, aren't you?
Of course I am. What was it about again?
You're supposed to be telling us all about the sloth.
Oh, right. Here goes! Sloths are probably the slowest mammal in the world. They move along the ground even slower than some tortoises. How am I doing so far?
So far, so good, Henry.
I am? Cool. But what most people don't know is that they're not really slow at all. It's just their job. Yeah, you see, sloths actually work for the jungle police. They creep along so slowly because they're looking for clues or watching a suspect. They'd move a lot quicker if they had patrol cars, of course, but sloths can't drive. And even if they could never get them up into the trees. But that doesn't matter anyway, because when they're up in the trees, sloths aren't slow anymore. No, in fact, they can move as fast as lightning. Well, at least as quick as a snail on rollerblades, especially when they're chasing suspects or running away from their sergeants when there are reports to write. And I know just how they feel. People say that fungus grows on their fur because they are so slow, but they're wrong. They grow that fungus on purpose. It's for camouflage, so they don't get spotted by suspects. That's also the reason why they only take a bath once a week. Those jungle criminals can smell shampoo a mile away, and sloths don't want to blow their cover. After all, at their pace, it can take them years to get home from the mall, let alone get undercover. And that's why sloths move so slowly, and that's straight from a lizard's mouth. So do I get an A, or what?
Definitely an or what again, Henry.
Didn't I even get one bit right?
Maybe, but for all the wrong reasons.
Rats.
Actually, Henry, there's no particular reason why sloths are slow. They just are slow. Sloths aren't just the slowest mammals in the South American rainforest. They're the slowest mammals on Earth. Even if they're fastest, upside down in the trees, they can only do about 15 feet a minute.
Man, I've got houseplants that move faster than that. I guess they never heard of stress, huh?
Maybe not. Sloths do seem to take everything much easier than the other jungle animals. But then they're so well adapted for a life in the trees that for them maybe everything is easy.
But they're not adapted to life on the ground, are they?
You're right, Henry. Sloths can hardly move on the ground at all. But that doesn't matter much since they spend their whole lives in the trees.
But don't they ever come down?
Well, sometimes.
Yeah? Why? So they can speak to their jungle informants, right?
No, Henry. It's just so they can get to another tree.
Oh, but sloths would make great jungle cops, keeping an eye on all the other animals when they're not just chilling out.
I think chilling out is pretty much all they do. Can you imagine a sloth in hot pursuit of anything apart from maybe a tasty leaf?
No. So I guess sloths can't be sleuths then.
I think they've got enough to keep them busy just being sloths. So, have you given up trying to set a world record, Henry?
No way. I figure if I can't do something the best, maybe I could make something the best instead.
So what are you going to make?
I'm making it. It's the world's biggest house of cards.
That doesn't look very big to me, Henry.
Try moving back a bit.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. the world's first skyscraper of cards. And if I'm not mistaken, the world record animal-made building.
I'm not so sure, Henry. You'll have to do a lot better to beat those guys down there.
What guys?
Them, the world's greatest animal builders.
They may have been great once, but now it's my turn. Oh no! What have I done?
You need to build things to last, like these ospreys. They build one of the biggest birds' nests.
Huh? Doesn't look that strong.
Well, actually, the ospreys build their nests so well they can pass them on to the next generation, and the generation after that, and the
Yeah, all right already. I get the picture.
You could learn a lot about construction from termites.
Why? That ain't so big.
Some of the biggest termite mounds are higher than a 2-story building, and when you're less than half an inch long, that's the size of a mountain. Termites are unstoppable builders.
You mean they never, ever rest?
Oh, Henry.
Sorry, I just can't help it. Say, these beavers wiped the floor with those termites. Just look at that bridge they built.
Dam, Henry.
Language?
No, it's called a dam. Beavers build them to block off the river.
Looks like they made their own private pool.
They have. It gives them protection from predators and from the harsh winter weather. Most dams average an incredible 75 feet in length, but one amazing dam in Montana stretched over 2,000 feet. That's a lot longer than the world's tallest building is high.
Excuse me, but that's unbeaverable.
Ha ha, Henry. But even the biggest beaver dam is tiny compared to the work of the greatest builders on the planet.
Whoa! You mean some animals build beaches?
No, it's not the beaches. It's what's in the water. The coral reefs.
Coral reefs? Wait a minute. They're not made by animals.
Oh, yes, they are, Henry. Coral is a massive collection of animals. The reefs are built up over many years from the millions of homes each of the coral animals build. The reefs are so huge that they're the only animal-built structure that can actually be seen from space.
Excuse me? That's far out!
Now what record are you trying to break, Henry?
The record for eating the most baked beans in a minute.
Well, all right then. Get set, go! No, Henry! Henry!
What?
You can't use a straw. You're supposed to eat them one by one with a toothpick to get the record.
You're kidding! One at a time? What's the point?
Hey, I don't know. Oh, that's really lovely, Henry. Look, I don't make up the rules. I don't even know why people want to have eating records.
But animals have record-breaking appetites, don't they?
Animals only ever eat what they need to survive. When you weigh 140 tons like this blue whale, having a 2-ton-a-day appetite isn't that much.
All right. But elephants have got really big appetites. I happen to know that they can spend up to 18 hours a day just eating.
Very good, Henry. Like whales, they have to eat what seems like a huge amount of food just to keep their weight constant. Elephants don't come close to being the greediest animals in the world.
Oh, no? So what are? Rhinos? Crocodiles?
Nope. Caterpillars.
Caterpillars? What, those little crawly things? You gotta be kidding.
Nope. Those little things can eat like you wouldn't believe. The polyphemus moth caterpillar will eat 56,000 times its own body weight in just 2 months. That's like you eating a pizza the size of Manhattan.
It's been known.
But for sheer, almost impossible gluttony at just one meal, here's a real contender. The anaconda. Now these guys don't eat very often, but when they do, boy, they do it in style. They're one of the largest snakes in the world, and there are folk tales of them growing over 100 feet long. In fact, they only grow to a maximum of 30 feet.
Only? That's enormous! At least they've only got small mouths. They won't be able to eat anything too big.
Don't you believe it? Their jaws hinge right back so they can swallow prey that's actually bigger than the size of their head. Like these caiman.
You're kidding. No, you're not kidding. This is unbelievable.
You better believe it. The anaconda will crush the life out of the caiman, then slowly swallow and digest it.
Excuse me, but that's horrible.
No, it's not. It's just what anacondas do. But not often. After a meal that big, this snake may not eat again for months.
Well, I hope he gets indigestion.
Henry! Henry!
I didn't touch the pie, Mom. What? What?
What are you doing in the hospital? Did you hurt yourself trying to break a record?
No, I've been waiting to see one of the world's biggest babies. And let me tell you, I've been waiting and waiting.
Yes, which record baby are you actually waiting for?
A baby elephant.
Well, no wonder. Didn't you know that an elephant mom takes 23 months to have her baby?
Well, I do now. Sheesh, I've been here longer than some of these magazines.
Looks like there's another family here, too.
Oh, yeah? Sounds like those mice guys did the trick for that elephant mom. Wow, what an amazingly big baby.
Yeah, but as you now know, big babies take a long time to grow. The smaller the animal, the more babies they can have, and more often. The more babies a mouse or any other rodent has, the more chance there is that they won't all get eaten by predators. Imagine if an elephant had a dozen babies every few weeks like some rodents do.
Youch!
Exactly. Some rodent moms can have babies when they're just 2 weeks old, and then they can produce a new litter every 19 days. Real breeding machines.
If they have so many babies, why aren't we overrun with mice?
Little things get eaten by bigger things. They've just enough babies to keep their numbers steady.
Well, if that size thing is right, then this bug must be a record breaker.
It is. Aphids are one of the most fertile animals on Earth. They can breed at 8 days old and have as many as 25 babies a day. In 1 year, a single aphid could produce babies weighing more than 3 times the total weight of the world's human population.
Just pass me the bug spray. Ah, pretty.
I guess so. But do you know what they are? They're bacteria. There are so many of these tiny bacteria around that you could never count them, even if you could see them. But these guys don't have babies. They reproduce by splitting in two, and they do it all the time. Well, about every 15 minutes.
Amazing. I wonder if I could do that. Oops. Maybe not. Whoa! Hey, I know these guys. They're keeler birds, or wheeler.
Quelias, Henry. Nice try, though. Quelias are the most common birds in the world. One roost in the Sudan was estimated to have around 32 million birds in it. That's more than the human population of many countries. And talking of people...
What? Is it Christmas shopping time already?
No. But did you know that in the last 100 years, the human population of the world has tripled? There are now more than 6,000 million people living all over the world.
Wow! Even Quilius can't compete with that. I figure it's people against the bugs for the world's record numbers.
Sorry, Henry. The bugs definitely win. Pincers down.
Could have fooled me. I'm amazed there's any room left for animals at all.
And now, ladies and gentle lizards, it's time for a Henry's Amazing Golden Gecko Award.
The prize winners for the all-time best animal record holders are... In third place is the leopard, the world's smelliest animal.
Huh?
Well, it never changes its spots.
Oh, Henry.
In second place is the raccoon, the world's cleanest animal.
Huh?
Because it's always washing its hands.
Henry, those aren't real records. Now come on, tell us the most amazing animal record.
Oh, all right. The winner of the Golden Gecko Award for the most amazing animal record is the cheetah, the fastest animal on 4 legs.
That's better.
The cheetah can run up to 62 miles an hour, although only over very short distances. With its powerful legs and amazing claws that grip just like track shoes, it can accelerate faster than most cars. Now there's a real record breaker.
I've told you before, Henry, they don't break records for the fun of it. They run that fast so they can catch food.
I know that. The gazelles and all the other animals that cheetahs like to eat run really fast, so cheetahs have to run fast too. And because gazelles are about 2 miles an hour slower than cheetahs, then cheetahs can always outrun them. These cheetahs are just the greatest.
Sure, Henry, but it doesn't quite work like that. Even though it's faster than all its food, a cheetah can only catch its prey about 1 in every 10 chases.
Huh?
You see, the cheetah can outrun a gazelle on the straight, but gazelles can turn quicker, so they make sure that the races aren't run in a straight line. This life and death chase is about who can outthink who, and most of the time it's a pretty even match. If it wasn't and cheetahs always won, soon there'd be no gazelles left to hunt, and the cheetahs wouldn't have any food. It's just another example of nature's amazing balancing act.
Wow! But it doesn't alter the fact that the cheetah is the fastest animal on land.
Right.
Right. And that's why they win the award for the most amazing animal record.
Still trying to be the fastest, huh, Henry?
Yeah, and this time I'm gonna win.
Go for it, Henry!
Hey! Yay! I did it!
Pretty impressive, but not against those slow guys.
Well, I had to win somehow.
Henry, animal records are much more about survival than they are about winning.
I'm never gonna be able to break any animal records.
But you already hold one record.
I do?
Sure. You hold the record for being the most amazing lizard in the world.
The most amazing? Yeah, I am. I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest.
Yep, Henry, you are. And so are all the other amazing animal record holders.